Hi, I'm George Pearson, and today I'm trying out something new here. I'll be starting a video blog, actual video blog style post. Now, I've been doing lots of how-tos and project videos and occasionally reviews. You'll find all that stuff down here on the channel, of course. There's the latest uploads and some playlists, and then down here, here's the reviews and how-tos. But as I've been doing all of this stuff, I'm realizing I don't really have any place to talk about current events, talk about things that are coming up, things that, little news items, stuff like that. So I thought maybe I'll go ahead and I'll start a blog, and I'll do that on the weekends. So I'm adding into my rotation here of videos a weekend blog. So I'll be doing this, once a week or so, depending upon how things go, how much news there is. And just on the weekend, I'll do a blog post. We'll be doing all the standard how-tos and projects, all that stuff will still be on the week. And then just on the weekend, this little video blog. Okay, let's roll the intro and then get into this week's blog post. The first thing I want to talk about here is the George Pearson website, georgepearson.com. And if you've been following along on my how-tos and project videos on YouTube, you know that I have materials that go along with those videos, and you'll find those materials hosted here on georgepearson.com. Now, up until recently, I've been using the home page, the front page for this. Just scroll down here a little bit. This is a place to put in some videos that I've recently done or things I wanted to go ahead and repost. So that's all I've been using the front page for. I've decided now to actually start doing a regular blog for the front page. If I come across some news that I think is newsworthy, I'll stick it up here on a blog post. Or if I hear about a new version of software coming out, anything like that, I'll just go ahead and do a blog post on here. And then I'll pull out of this stuff what I'll be talking about on the weekly video blog. So that's the first part about this, is just to remind you to take a look at georgepearson.com on the home page to find my actual blog, which is actually not going to be used as a blog, specifically about Photoshop, Photoshop Elements, and Lightroom and CorelDRAW sometimes, but also about anything that's kind of related to that might be of interest or of use. Now, one of the things I want to talk about here is this first or top blog post. Next big Windows 10 update is coming in October. Let me just go over here to my next tab. They just released the Insider Preview build 18.234. No, it doesn't really mean a whole lot to anybody, but what this is all about is that they're doing their final testing on the next major update for Windows 10. And I believe it's coming out at some point in October, probably about mid-October. Microsoft likes to do a couple of big updates for Windows every year, and then little minor ones every week or so, do little tweaks and fixes. But they do a big update about 2 times a year, and the next one of these is coming up in October. The reason why I'm mentioning this is that frequently when they do these big updates, there are still some problems that people run into, some glitches, some weird things happen. There have been some major problems on these. So I just wanted to do a reminder here that now is a great time to make sure you have your computer backed up. Back up all your stuff, make sure it's safe, just in case there's a problem, you can go back to your backup and you'll be fine. So I like to always remind people of doing backups. I do backups all the time. I have an online backup, and I have a backup to my hard drive, of course, and also a backup to a separate external hard drive. So I have 3 different areas. My online is done through a company called Carbonite, which does a great job, and it's all automatic in the background. So that gives me 3 different copies of everything that I do. So in case things get messed up, I can always go back to the backup, and that's really helpful whenever one of these big updates happens. And again, the Windows 10 update is coming up in October. The other reason I wanted to mention this update coming up here on Windows 10 is that it happens to coincide with the next update of Adobe's Creative Cloud program. Let's bring that tab up right there. Now, the reason this is important is that Adobe is making a change on the requirements for running their Creative Cloud programs. We've already seen one little change here, and that was with that split where they did Lightroom CC and split it off from Lightroom CC Classic. The CC Classic will work on earlier versions of Windows, but Lightroom CC requires Windows 10. So they're already making a shift in there. What this new change here is that going forward, they're going to require that you have the latest version of Windows or the latest version of the Mac program to get the update to the next version of the Creative Cloud software. Now right now, this is only going to be applied to their audio and video programs, like Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects. But they will be expanding this to include everything pretty soon. So if you are required to use the latest version of the Adobe CC programs, it might be a good idea to make sure that you're able to get the latest update for Windows or for the Mac, or if you can't, you may need to think about doing an upgrade of your computer to be able to let you do those updates for the operating system. So it may take them a year to get all of their programs included in this. We may not see Photoshop or Lightroom, for instance, become part of this until a year from now. But this is the direction that Adobe is now going. They're going to require that you have the latest update of the operating system in order to install and run their latest updates of their Adobe Creative Cloud programs. Now this doesn't impact the Photoshop Elements or the Premiere Elements programs. Those are not included in this. This is just for the Creative Cloud. But it is very important to keep this in mind that you may need a computer upgrade on this. At least make sure, if you have a nice new computer, make sure that you get that latest update coming up, whatever comes up in October. Make sure you have the latest update if you want to get the latest update for the Creative Cloud programs. Again, right now, they're just looking at the audio and video programs and not everything else. But you can see right here, there it is, Adobe Video and Audio Tools, and see this post right there. If you want to read more about this post, I'll include this link up here on the show notes for this video post. You can go ahead and take a look at that on the download page and go right to this page here. Also, you can follow the Adobe blog right there. It's at theblog.adobe.com. Easy to find. Back on Windows, Windows has a blog, and it's blogs.windows.com right there. The last thing I want to mention here in my first video blog is an update for the Photo Lemur program right there. Now, I recently did a video about Photo Lemur. I believe it was version 2.3 was one that I was actually showing in that video. Just wanted to mention here that they're coming out with version 3.0, which has some neat new tricks. It's going to be spotting faces and eyes and teeth. There's no teeth here, but it'll be spotting faces and eyes and adjusting the values for the faces, brightening up eyes, and whitening up teeth, along with some other improvements and speed improvements and so forth. If you watched my previous video about this program, I like this one a lot. It's fairly inexpensive, and it does a great job of real fast, quick cleanup and sharpening and detail of photos with very little input needed from you to do that. It's great if you're doing a lot of selfies, for instance, or pictures for your social media. It's an easy way to quickly clean your pictures up and then toss them right up. So they have a pre-order going on right now. Just scroll down here just a little bit on that one, so if I can find that. There it is. There's a pre-order going on right now. It's about 20 bucks off. It's only $35 for this program, plus a lot of other stuff. You can see right down here. Here's the preview order time. 6 days left on the pre-order. The release of Photo Lemur 3 is on September 12th. So the pre-order is just about finished for that, and it's coming out on September 12th. If you like this program or you're interested in it, but you didn't really want to spend the 55 bucks, now's a chance to get it for a lot less. So that's a quick little news bit here on Photo Lemur 3. Also, when I get my copy of this, once we get down to that September 12th date, once I get my copy, I'll be doing another video about this program as well. Now, if you want to help out my blog, help me keep the blog going and keep my YouTube channel going, if you go over to georgepearson.com, there it is. Scroll down a little bit, I have a blog post in here about the pre-sale. There it is. And in that blog post, I have an affiliate link right down here. So if you make your purchase through this affiliate link, or just click on this link to get to that page, you can then make your purchase. You'll still get the full discount price, and I'll get a couple of bucks as well to help keep the blog going and keep my YouTube channel going as well. So there you go. Now, if you have an earlier version of Photo Lemur, I'm just mentioning this in right now, they're going to be having an upgrade of $19 from an earlier version to the latest version 3.0. That's what I'll be doing, of course, right there. So there it is. that's my first run through here for my first video blog post. Let me know what you think about this, if you like this idea. If you have any questions, anything you want me to look into or talk about, go ahead and leave me a comment about that. As always, don't forget to click that like button and of course share and subscribe. If you watch a lot of my videos, make sure you share every single one of those videos that you watch. That helps me to build my audience, and the bigger my audience is, the easier it is for me to keep on doing these videos and run this YouTube channel. And don't forget to take a look at my complete training courses, and you'll find a link right down there in the description. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it useful. If you like this video, click on the like button below to let others know. You can click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos in the future. I'm frequently uploading new training videos. Don't forget to check out my website at howtogurus.com.